All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another final week's edition. We're heading down to our home stretch of Running Club at UC Riverside podcast episode. My name is Daniel Yang, president of Running Club, with my vice president, Thomas Kawase, vice president, vice president of Running Club. I already know
Yo,
what. Co-host. Today we have a very special guest from one of our members, Crista. Tui, and she's been with Running Club. She joined earlier last year, fall quarter, and she's been phenomenal. And
so
let's just get started.
yeah, like getting started, like how'd you get into running? Like how did it all
Well, I,
start?
s- I started in high school actually. It was my freshman year. I don't know what drove me to really start running. I just wanted to do it and I just tried it out. And then I was surprised to actually like really, really, really like it.
I see. What do you think you really liked about it?
I think it's just like that mentality you have to have while running, and then like how good you feel after you run. I mean, you might be dead
Yeah,
like right afterwards, but like in the long run, it just feels just
like
so
super
amazing.
rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I feel that. And did you say that you were like a captain or co-captain or something like that at your high school?
yeah. So in cross country, I was a captain for 2 years. I was senior captain, and I
Oh,
was
nice.
like training captain. And then for track, I was sprints captain. I think for maybe 1 or 2 years. I'm not sure how long I was for that.
Oh wow.
And that was like a really, really fun thing to do for me because I got to like support my whole entire team. And at the time, like the team was my family.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that was just one of the best experiences of high school I've ever had. Just,
Like what are some things that you had to do as a captain?
woo! Just making sure, like sometimes running practices, making sure everyone's doing what they're doing, being motivated. I personally, I wasn't expecting to be captain, so there were so many things that it motivated me to just research so much about the body, about
Mhm.
running, about health. I had to make sure everyone was, eating right, staying hydrated, and making
Dang.
sure they were treating their bodies right and stretching. Always stretching. That was like the number one thing for me.
Yeah, I feel like high schoolers lack on the stretching because I didn't
Yeah.
start stretching until I got injured. So,
Depends on
but
the school, man.
yeah, now I'm like always stretching. But like you said,
And
you were a sprints captain too. Like you did the sprints in track.
yeah, I did the
100.
sprints and long jump.
Oh, nice. Wait, with a 100 and 200?
Mm, yes, I did 100, 200, 400, but I didn't do the 100 as much because
I see.
I didn't think it was like enough for me to get speed.
No, those are like freaks of nature. Like
Mhm.
they they're fast as fuck. But like
Yeah.
how was sprints and stuff? Like how was the training for that?
It was way different because, of course, cross country, it's a long distance, but for track, like you have to gain as much speed as you can. It's like a whole different technique and everything. And that I had to do the most research for because I did go to a D5 school. So we didn't have like a track to even practice on. We had to use the school lacrosse from us
Okay.
track.
D5, so
And
you were pretty like
we
small
also
school.
didn't have like proper, yeah,
Sorry,
it was a really small school.
like
And
like how big do you think the school was?
oh, it was like 500 students.
Oh,
Like
wow.
the whole school?
Yeah, about 500
Oh,
students. Yep.
dang.
And you're from
Yeah.
San Diego, right? I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know. For San Diego, it's a small school, but
sorry, you can go back to the sprints stuff you were saying.
yeah, the sprints. So we didn't have like proper, like we had amazing coaches, but they were um, parents or teachers and they weren't getting paid for it. So
Oh,
for
wow.
track, especially since we didn't have like coaches for each specific event, it was like all self practice and self teaching. And I did like a lot of research on just how to like start and just how to do form and stuff. And
Dang.
that was like a crazy one. So I think the reason why they had us have like different coaches or no different captains for each one too is so that they can get motivated to like research and help the students as well.
Do you
Yeah.
feel that like you were kind of like a coach in a way, because you had to do that, and like because the school was really small, you had a pretty small track team.
I
Cross
don't know. I just saw myself as like I didn't want to like put
country.
myself at like coach standards, but
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't know what like a track coach really does.
It sounds
Oh,
like you were though, because like I feel like even in running club, me and Daniel almost had to be kind of like a coach, but like you,
Yeah.
what you were doing seems more like, oh, you got to do this form, or like you got to keep your shoulders straight and stuff. Like, is that kind of like more what you were doing? Like,
Kind of, but I wasn't doing it like constantly. Like I feel like a coach
yeah,
would be like
every time.
critiquing them while they're running and stuff. Like I mean, I
uh,
would do that sometimes, but I feel like I was just trying to like give them the tools to kind of help them teach themselves to
yeah,
and get motivated to
dang,
actually.
because you had your own season too, right?
Yeah.
So dang, like,
That's insane. That you juggling both actually at the same time. I think what you're saying is that like you're not
Oh no,
critiquing
it
all
was
the.
the same season. I'm sorry, I totally misread that. Track
but
was in spring, and then
Yeah,
cross
track.
fall.
well, but like you were like
Juggling both roles. What I mean by juggling is like you're juggling both roles as coach and like as an athlete and also kind of like a coach, captain kind of aspect, because what happens is that you are kind of like, I know you're not constantly critiquing, but my coach, they like and like at our D2 schools, like we don't our coach doesn't constantly critique like our forms or anything like that, but rather seek inspiration right before a race or something like that, like have that get the runners like motivated, and like making sure like we run that play again or something like that, and make sure that hey, like we're getting the stretches doing right or something like that. That seems like something that you were doing, and that's amazing.
that
That's
seems cool. That seems pretty fun though. Like,
yeah.
definitely like
Yeah, it was fun.
that's cool. Like, what is like the biggest thing you learned about sprints? Because I suck at sprints. Like,
Yeah.
what are some like advice to like a newbie sprinter that you could give me?
The starts. It's always
It's all
with
the
the start.
start.
I don't think I ever really mastered the starts, to be honest.
Dang.
I think the proper way of starting is that you actually feel like you're gonna fall on your face. And I fell on my face like a couple times doing it, so I was always scared to do it.
Dang. All right. Sorry, we had a quick technical difficulty, and we'll just keep it going. So, Danny, want to go to the next
Yeah,
question?
yeah. So we were talking about starts earlier, but let's shift the gears to like your favorite running club memory. So you've been with running club about 2 quarters, started in fall, right? I believe.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of?
Yeah.
joined my first year, which was 2 years ago, but I didn't really start till actually this year, winter quarter. I don't think I didn't go to a first one.
Oh wow.
But
Week
like,
one.
what? Oh, I mean, like winter quarter is like the most like we do the least things, but like, do you have any like memories from like that like one season or one quarter from running club?
Um, yes, it was like when we went hiking. I think it was at Mount Rubidoux.
Oh.
Or was it Sycamore Canyon when we went running? Like, or
No, we
oh,
like
The
we went
cross?
to Rubidoux too,
You mean the cross, right? You saw the cross?
yeah, we saw
and
the
the
cross.
stop and
Oh,
the
okay.
flag.
That was a
Yeah,
lot of fun. I was like just getting to know people and everyone in the club, and everyone just seems so amazing. Everyone is amazing.
yeah.
You're amazing.
But yeah, I think that was it was like my second. I think it was like week 2 or something like that. So it was like I was just new and everyone was so nice and inviting, and I really enjoyed that. And then after that, it's like all the other stuff going on, all the practices and stuff. Those were really nice. That self motivation, I had to find that again because I forgot how to do that with running. So
Yeah, it's hard alone, but
you guys definitely helped.
Yeah. Oh, so you are a first year, correct? And your fall court, right? Or are you
no.
transferring?
This is my 3rd year.
Your third year, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So transfer, yeah. So my question is that like before, like during fall quarter, like did you what were you doing at that time? Like I remember I didn't join running club until my first year winter quarter as well. And at that time I was like at the gym and just like running with Alejandro, my roommate, but like like I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this every single day. So I had to join this club. Yeah, this club was more practical,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's more a team and you can actually really come like there's a group of people that want to motivate, and you come whenever you can, you know. So I was wondering what you were doing during that time.
Well, I took a dance class and I was hoping it would be like enough for me. And it was at the time because I don't know why. For some reason, fall quarter is my laziest quarter. I just refuse to
It's like the
really
Monday
do.
of school. Like,
Yeah, like anything like too strenuous. But yeah, I took up a dancing class, which actually helped me to get a little bit motivated. But before that, I was just going to the gym, and I was also I was doing the thing I hate, and I was doing long distance on a track, and then the
oh,
indoor track, and I was doing treadmills, and I just hate it, and I kept doing it, and I was get myself to like it, and I'm like, nah, I have to do this outside. Like, I think the running club was just so perfect. So
And how'd you hear about this? Like, did you go on Highlander link website or tabling or
it was before I even started the college. It was the orientation. No,
oh
orientation
yeah,
came by?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember the
The
story a little
summer,
bit,
the
but
summer
why don't you share
orientation.
that? Yeah, I remember the story now.
yeah, it was the summer orientation. Yeah, I saw you at a booth, and you guys convinced me. I was like, yep, I'm in. And there's running, and
Dang.
it's like outside, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
It was me and Moises, right? And also Sam, I believe, too. It was me,
Sorry?
Moises, and Sam in the booth. Like, or was it Thomas and Moises?
It
Or
was you, but
me?
I don't know what it was. You're the only one I remember. I'm sorry if I
Oh,
don't remember anyone
you don't
else.
remember Moises
It
and
might, it
Sam?
might have been like the older members.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, it's
Yeah.
Moises and Sam. I remember that very clearly. It was Moises and Sam, and I remember I got him boba, and we usually hang out after too. So like,
Dude,
um,
the orientations were fun, man.
and those
Like,
were really fun. Yeah, I was wondering, Krista, would you ever be interested in like any like leadership position in the future in running club?
I mean,
For
you're
sure. If you want me to do anything, I'd totally be down.
all right.
Yeah, all right. All
I
right.
mean,
We'll talk after this.
I remember when we were applying, I didn't want to apply right away because I was new and I was just trying to like
Uh,
out. So I was like, I wanted to be in it a little longer.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. No worries. Well, like, yeah, right now is a great learning experience too. I mean, we got some, it's also really good because we also have like people who've been here for a while too. I mean, Sam's been here for like, she got to go to a retreat at least. And then we have a lot of new members. So, I mean, but
Okay,
I mean,
awesome.
a lot of people still were able to be officers and just still learn a lot. I mean, it's still pretty good. And yeah, and me and Thomas, we had a full ride, three years of this. You know, 2 years as officers. I mean, it's been great. You know.
Amazing.
My next question is that like, in running club, like, when we joined, we had a good balance between boys and girls, and then like it seems like our club keeps shifting to more guys and guys and guys, and like we try to get more girls too, but like in some of those practices, sometimes like you are the only like girl out in the group, and like how do you kind of like cope with that sometimes? Because like I mean I've been in situations where it's all girls and then I'm the only guy, and I feel comfortable, but I don't know how you feel, but
I'm okay because I feel like a lot of the activities I do and a lot of the clubs I'm in usually involve guys. Used to, or like mostly guys, I want to say, because I was starting out in like engineering department and stuff, and
oh
of course that's like mostly male dominated. So a lot of the activities I was doing involving engineering and computer science. Um, Sometimes I yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's also I'm very like athletic. Well, I don't want to say that because like right now I'm not, but
I
So
mean, like if you're running, like you
yeah,
gotta
you're
like
still
know
pretty. You're
something.
considered athletic. We're all here considered athletic some way.
yeah, which is also like another area that there are a lot of girls in, but from my experience, it's been mostly guys. So
Yeah.
like
Because we're thinking like we were talking about this yesterday, but I feel like running club became like a guy group because it's like it's all guys, you know, like
Well, I mean, it just shifted towards that, but like we still have a lot of girls in the club, though. I'm not
yeah.
saying that we don't have any
But like,
females, but
how do you think
it's just,
like we could have inclusion and just like
yeah, that's a good
make
question.
it a not a guy group or just like make it a I
Because
don't
we
know.
do have female leaders. It's
Maybe
like We do
maybe
got female
labeling
leads.
it.
That's the that's my goal. You know, like my inclusion efforts are to have that diversity, and Riverside already has that diversity, right?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
but I
the
definitely
other
think
step
that
is
there's got to be like some girl runners out there
yeah.
that
And
like
my next one was saying, hey, I gotta try to encourage the girls. I can't force anyone to do anything, right? But encourage people. Hey, like please, like that will help a lot. You know, you can represent this type of group, or like we're all friends too. Honestly, like we don't really think that much.
I
But
was
like
like when you guys said guy group, I was like, no, but you guys like
Uh,
really didn't make it feel that way to me, at least.
okay,
It was
that's
like,
good.
yeah, it was mostly guys, but you guys were like very like inclusive and like very friendly. So it didn't really seem like it to me. I'm just like, oh, like everyone.
and that's
Yeah,
good. But
I feel like running club has my
Sorry?
bad. I
Go
feel like
ahead.
running club has always been chill. Like even
Yeah.
like I feel like because like running makes you like mentally healthy. So like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people in the group were like mentally healthy or even in the process of it. So I feel like
Yeah.
it's a good group.
Yeah. As for getting more girls in the club, I feel like we should just have like more activities that are like
makeup. I'm just kidding. Face mask night.
yeah, I might not be
I actually do that. I'm actually down to do that actually because I have acne and stuff, so I put on masks anyways.
yeah, no, that would be dope. Like if you could do like face mask stuff and all that. That would be pretty cool. And also more like I want to we can't do it now, of course.
Yeah,
But I
but go
say
ahead. Yeah.
like more outside activities where you're trying to like recruit people, but also doing something fun that maybe involves running or similar to it. Where
Like a rush week for running club. I know like what you're
yeah,
saying. Like
but
a
like
rush week activity running club.
Quitter.
I completely agree with you. Actually, I wish that was brought. I wish like out of our 3 years we actually did something like that. Like we had information night the first night because I mean we had members always and our club advice like, do you guys have an information night? Like, do you have like PowerPoint? So maybe in the future, that's my suggestion for the future. You know, like we have like some sort of like information night and like what you're saying like kind of like a rush week kind of thing, but like it's not really rush week. It's just like
Yeah.
we can call it something else in rush week. It's like called like welcome week, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Welcome week, right? And like we can play like I don't know flag football or something, or I don't know
Yeah.
like stuff
Yeah.
that like involved
Yeah,
running, something like that, yeah, or soccer, or you know, because we're always on the fields anyway. So yeah, like something like that, and or like we can also do relays too, like batons,
Yeah. That's kind of what I was going. Yeah.
like a track day. Yeah, I get you for welcome week, like during that first week. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. Yeah. I hope I mean you are the future too, and like also our like other members, so we'll bring that up too. Because me and Thomas are graduating, and just very soon, you know, like
yeah, this is our last quarter.
yeah, our last
Your last quarter?
yeah, like we're graduating very soon. Yeah,
Wow. Oh
in a
my
couple.
god.
That's wild.
Congrats. You're almost done.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
wow.
Almost
That's
done.
amazing. No,
Thank
but
you.
then, oh my god. Like,
Yeah, we still got great members like Sam, Isa, Andrew, Nikhil. They're also active right here. You know.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We'll
I'm happy about that. But
yeah.
I'm so gonna be sad to not be able to
Yeah.
try to catch up with you guys.
Yeah, and we'll make those drives too. I'll try to stay in Southern California. Thomas too. We'll try to stay in Southern California. We'll try to make those drives at least. Like, we still want to go to Big Bear Retreat. You haven't gone, so we'll try to set that up and like
Yeah,
teach people how to do that too. This is a whole
Sneak
nother.
in.
Yeah.
That'll be so amazing.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I heard things are gonna get better in spring, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but that vaccine is coming out soon, so
Yeah.
We'll see.
we'll see what happens.
All right.
But so before we jump to our next segment, like what are things that you would suggest for our new members? Actually, we kind of have to.
Suggest for new members, just run. For right
Just
now,
run.
just run, and once things start going, just show up. Like even if you're not feeling it. I remember there were days where like I really wasn't feeling like running, and I literally would have to like drag myself, just like get there. And then once you're there and you start running, you're not gonna regret it.
Yeah.
So just do it. That's
Do it.
wow. No, I'm not trying to quote Nike, but I'm just saying like keep doing it, even if you don't want to. Keep doing it, and it'll be rewarding. Trust me.
Yeah, it feels like, and just feel rewarded at the end. Like embrace that feeling at the end because that shit's lit. I feel that. All right, so moving on to the final kick. We have 10 speed round questions. Just try to answer them as fast as you can. All right, so for the first question, what's your favorite running event?
I'll say bear.
The what?
Big Bear. I don't know if
Big
it's like
Bear?
an event, technically an event, but like
Yeah, that's lit.
I used to run there.
What shoe do you run in?
What shoe do I run in?
Yeah.
Sneakers.
Really? No.
All right. Hot or cold?
Hot.
On my rest days, I like to.
Sleep. Eat. Watch
Uh,
TV.
That's lit. Which coach do you want to give a shout out to?
Which coach? Oh my gosh, Coach Beth Venus. Oh, she's just the most amazing coach in the world. Just shout out to you.
Lit. What book do you recommend?
You give. The hate you give.
Okay. Mile or 5K?
5K.
Would you ever do a marathon?
Maybe.
And this is the last question. What's your favorite breakfast?
Waffles.
Wow,
With fruit.
that's lit.
Those are really, really yeah. All right,
Some whipped cream.
yeah,
Yeah, Cool Whip or like whipped cream.
and strawberries and bananas on top. Nah.
Strawberries. Blueberry. Yeah, all of
So-
that.
Yes.
So, all right, we're gonna finish this episode with a quote. Like we talk about, like Crista saying, "Just do it." Like this quote comes from Fred DeVito. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So come out, do whatever you need to do. Get in that routine.
All right. Thanks for coming, Crista.
Thanks so much for being on the show, Crista. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Hello, Running Club at UC Riverside fans. Daniel Yang here, president of Running Club. If you like that video that you just watched, smash that like button down below. If you'd like to see more podcast episodes and creative content, remember to hit that subscribe button right here. Thank you so much for watching.